Good afternoon, fellow cinephiles. How are you doing today? It's Adam here again, bringing another movie review, and today we are reviewing Moonrise Kingdom. Now, this is a movie that I've been wanting to see for ages now, like literally ages. And when I read the description about it on Rotten Tomatoes, I thought this is a perfect movie for me. I mean, I love movies like this. It's kind of like rom-com comedy. You know, it is a rom-com comedy, but there's a lot more to this film than any other film that I've seen this year, and this is one of the best films I've seen the whole year. No, I don't know if it's as good as Looper. I'm gonna say it's about as good as Looper. But definitely one of the best films I've seen this year. And let me give you a backstory on the film is, and I'm not gonna give any spoilers by the way, but this will be on pretty much every description of this film if you look it up. So there's basically this film about two young kids, and they're very strange. They're very cut off from the rest of society because they're very enclosed, they're very to themselves, they're very different from everyone else, and they're very sick of their lives, like, because no one ever treats them equally. They kind of treat them as sort of like a side kind of thing. So what they do is they decide to run away and try and survive the wilderness. And let me just tell you that this film is beautifully acted, beautifully filmed, and it is so funny. Literally, I was not expecting this film to be this funny, but really, so funny. It has Bruce Willis, Edward Norton, Bill Murray, Tilda Swinton, Frances McDormand, Harvey Keitel for a little bit as well, and then Bob Balaban in the middle, who does this such a funny thing that he does. And what he does is, between each act of the film, he gives kind of like a description of what is going to happen. And there's absolutely no reason why that should be there in the film. I mean, if the film didn't have that, it would be no different. But since it does have that, it adds so much to the film and how funny it is, and everything he's saying is just fantastic. Now, the two kids in the movie, they're great. Their chemistry was really believable. I definitely bought that they were like, young budding love, whatever, that sort of thing. And it was really believable chemistry. Like, you could tell that because they're so strange and they're so outcast from society, you could tell that they kind of clicked. And then this film goes in directions I wouldn't have thought, and I wouldn't have thought the director would have wanted to go in. I mean, there are some parts in this film where I was like, oh my god, I can't believe he just filmed that. But he did film it, and it just adds so much more to the film, and you can tell that this film is aimed for pretty much everyone. I mean, more of kind of a teenager to adult kind of demographic. But there are parts in this film which are so funny. It's just unbelievable. And there are parts which are so shocking that you're like, did they really just do that? And yeah, but it really adds to the whole emotion of the film. And this movie, I mean, the framing in this movie, the colors, the use of colors, the way they filmed it is fantastic. Wes Anderson, I bow down to you, sir. I mean, he made Fantastic Mr. Fox, he made The Royal Tenenbaums, and then now he's made Moonrise Kingdom, and this movie was just everything that I hoped it would be. I mean, there are parts in this movie where I was like, oh my god, this is exactly what I predicted. Well, I didn't actually predict exactly, because that's kind of a downfall for the movie. I didn't predict exactly what was going to happen, but I was hoping that this would happen, and it did happen. And overall, it's a great movie. Bruce Willis is really good in the movie. Edward Norton is fantastic in the movie. Edward Norton, you know how he's always playing hardened criminals, like he played the Hulk, he was in Fight Club, American History X, all these movies. And now he's playing this little guy, little cocky scout leader, and he's like, Jiminy Cricket, he flew the coop. It's so funny. I mean, this movie has more than its fair share of laughs, more than its fair share of drama, and it's just fantastic in every way. And in the movie, there's like this hurricane that's coming, and this plays a big role in like the third act of this movie, and it's fantastic. If you ever get a chance to watch this movie on DVD, Blu-ray, whatever, in the theaters, because I went and I actually got it from a friend on DVD. Definitely watch this movie. Fantastic movie. It's kind of it's more aimed for kind of older teenagers. I'm 15, so it's kind of aimed for older teenagers to adults, you know, kind of, you know, well, any adult, but, you know, kind of middle of the road teenagers to adults, because the two kids are supposed to be 12 in this movie, and they are actually, they're 13 in real life, but they portray 12-year-olds really well, and that really adds to this movie, because it has very small children, like very young kids doing very like saying very adult things and doing very adult things, and it's kind of them. It's kind of like a discovery movie. It's about discovering yourself and who you are and what you believe in. Kind of, it's one of those movies. But yeah, Moonrise Kingdom gets a Godfather grade, fantastic movie. A plus, 5 stars, whatever. Definitely urge you to see it in any way possible. And yeah, definitely see Moonrise Kingdom, fantastic movie. And I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Peace.